recording. Yeah, okay. Vert fell off. 4 views only. No, literally. I don't care. Like, well, right now, but for social media, I'm not like a social media guy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, people who like pull out their phone and like film a video and like walk. I don't know, and walk around and just be like, anybody else get destroyed this week or like some shit like that. Like, that's just not my personality. So it's gonna be difficult, but it's fun. Like, I'm just gonna make educational. Okay, let's go over the point thing right now. So a lot of people took that 5-minute loss on Friday. I'll pull up the loss. Really avoidable loss if you understand momentum. All right, so did anybody else take this loss? I kind of went over this yesterday, but we have like someone else who took this loss. So this loss, right? Let's analyze this. What are we doing? Are we sweeping? Okay, we're sweeping a bunch of lows. Did we? This is before. So a couple things I'm already seeing off the bat. Why I don't like this long. We left relative equal lows. So you can see, like, yeah, we sweep previous day low, but do you see how these lows are stacked? You have a low here, low here, low here. So what usually happens when you have stacked lows, right? You expect to run them all, you know what I mean, before reversing. So that's the first indication that this long's kind of like mediocre. And the second thing, Lily, make sure you're listening. Just want to make sure, because I should have missed this part. So here's the inversion. So what do I mean by like calculating points for momentum? You guys can all see my chart, right? You should be able to. Okay. So you take it from the low of the inversion to the high. So like this. Does this make sense? There's like, so you can use this points, this price range measure on the left side of your trading view. So we moved 86 points. So I'll just say like 87 points, right? So we moved 87 points. Okay. Also, the amount of momentum, it does not need to be, also press shift and press left click. Okay. It doesn't need to be like exactly the amount. It can just be like near. But so we moved 87 points basically, right? So if we're doing 5 points per minute, right? 5 points per minute. If I can spell. 5 points per minute is like what you want for good momentum. Let's see how many points we should have moved in the time it took to inverse this fair value gap, right? So let's count. So from this low, so this is 5, this is 10, this is 15, this is 20, and this is 25. So we have 25 minutes, right? So 25 minutes total, right? And if we want to move about 5 points per minute, let's see how many points we should have moved, right? So that's what, 125 points. So we should have moved 125 points in the time it took from this low to this high to inverse this fair value gap. How many points did we actually move? Let's see. We moved only 87, right? So you can see this is not enough momentum to be classified as like enough for me to take the inversion. If this was like 118, 115, sure. But like this is only 87. Does that make sense? Lalit. And most of the time you don't need to calculate this. It's like most of the time you can eyeball it. Like if we get a 1 minute, we get just a V shape back up, 1 candle, 2 candle, like that makes sense. But if it's an inversion like this, where it's kind of like you don't know if this is enough momentum, like if we go to the 1 minute, like you kind of see how like shit this is. Like look at this 1 minute time frame. Like we're like coming back down, disrespecting fair value gaps, and then going back up, coming back down, going back up. Like, we're not getting, we should be getting this. Like, this is good momentum. Like, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Like, straight V shape. But we didn't get that. By the way, sometimes 5 points per minute per 1 minute is way too much. Like, it doesn't make sense. It'd be way too high up. I don't know what you mean by that. It depends on the volatility, as well as like how candles are moving on that day. Like, we're getting what, 37-point candles. Like, if this is a 1 minute 37-point candle, we're getting that. We're getting this, that much movement, but like, I don't know. This just sucks. Yeah, but do you understand how to calculate that? I mean, this is just like a basic thing that if you like are kind of on the fence about the momentum. So yeah, okay. Cool. Was that the only question you had? Yeah, I didn't know how to count. Like, it's like Reliable taught me this. Dodgy doesn't teach this. Like little things like this. Like, he just says like after, oh yeah, we had relative equal lows, but like you can tell the momentum's bad if you just use like a simple measurement. Yeah, of course. We did have a 1 minute holding price down, but I don't care about this. Like, this doesn't affect me. Like, if I'm taking the 5 minute, I'm taking the 5 minute. But what caused me not to take this 5 minute is like, also like, what are you even targeting? Like, where's your internal high? Where's a break even? Like, this to me just looks like we need to remanipulate to then target. And then there's another loss. I'll actually go over the other loss. So this loss honestly is better, but we left these equal lows. So, I mean, these are really obvious. These are textbook equal lows. Higher time frame equal lows on swing points are really, really textbook. David Beamdew, hello. How do you balance lines where if it hits the bottom line, it'll go up? What would be the difference between a short and a long? Okay. David. All right. David Beamdew is my is a friend of mine. All right, we're gonna get into the back testing, but do you understand this loss that you took? So, I mean, this is just because you leave equal lows, so you have conflicting draws. What are you even asking, David? I don't even know what you're asking. Like, the difference between a short and a long? A long is you expect price to go up. A short is you expect price to go down. Like, if I expect price to go down, I'm taking a short. So if I short right now, right, and we go down, I make money. You know what I'm saying? If I expect price to go up, I take a long, we make money. All right, I'm going to back test now. But yeah, we're still doing December. Right now we're up 862. We had a 75% win rate, which is not bad, but could be better. Let's see. We're in a weird spot. Yeah, we have to go next day. Okay. Holy accumulation. This I do like to see. This gives me hope, because I think open might have like a little manipulation type of thing. Ooh. Okay, I want longs from here probably. This is really, really bullish. So, and this is an unfilled 4 hour. So I'd want to see price go back into that. Yeah, so what you suggest I should get a new eval and pass. You have 450 drawdown left. Dude, I brought a funded account with 150 drawdown back to 2,000 drawdown in like a month and a half. De-risk, bring it back. That's what I would say. Get in the habit of having some attachment to your accounts. Like, don't be like, oh, I'll just like blow it, get a new one. Get in the habit of like de-risking, having the emotional control to like bring it back. You know what I mean? So drop risk to like 150, and then once you get to 600, up risk to 200, and then repeat. If you take a loss from 600, drop back risk to 150 until you get back to 600, and then, you know what I mean? Like, as you slowly build up your thing, you slowly increase your size. The days that you are skipping, are those like regular days? David, I just skipped that day because I already did it. I already took a trade in my last class, so now I just need to start a new one. Yeah, I would do 150 per trade until you get to 600 and draw down, and then once you get to 600, then you can probably up it back to 200, and then every one past that you upsize back to your normal risk, which would be like 300 or 250. All right, obvious draw on liquidity is this is this weekly high. So I just want to see a retrace in this 4 hour and then get longs. Okay, need to refresh. But yeah. Nothing really. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Okay, let's see what open does. I want to see us accumulate here, and then I want to see us manipulate down at open, and then maybe we tap that 4. Okay, or we just manipulate to the upside first. That kind of sucks, but it's fine. Oh, that's actually news. So we actually have a data high here, so this is another draw on liquidity. So that's, okay, well, we just took out the data high. Actually was a setup. Oh, wait, no, there wasn't. Never mind. There was a 30-second, but I wouldn't take this. It's way too high for me. How would you suggest going about practicing trading if you have a job and don't have time during the day and can't afford not to work? Well, David Bean, I know you have time, so don't give me that bullshit. But what I would do is after work, I would get into... Dude, no way we just... Oh, I did not mean to bring that back. Yeah, I know. I mean, the time you play in Valorant, you just backtest. You study. Like, that's what you do. Just, you have to give up Valorant, bro. Dude, I didn't mean to skip that much. Basically, I don't really like anything here. We're really, really bullish. This kind of just sucks. No, you back test and then you get an account, and if you can't trade the morning session, then you can trade like you trade London or whatever days you don't work, you trade, or you trade PM session. Okay, would I take this long? Probably not. I mean, we're so high up. Like, I needed at least this 4 hour, I'm not gonna lie. We have like, yeah, it's an unfilled hourly below. I wouldn't long this. I don't really care. If we go hit the draw, we go hit the draw. I think this short works. It's just against bias, though. So, yeah. So, this short just worked, but I wouldn't take it because, honestly, it's not even a bad short because I fully expected the 4 hour to hit. Dude, why is FX replay so slow? Oh, my God. But now, like, the draws kind of suck. So, preferably we go engineer liquidity. This short made sense to work, though, because we have an unfilled 4 hour below. But, like, I don't know why we ran all these lows first. But I'd still just wait for a long, like, at this point. Like, we're so bullish. I wouldn't be risking shorting. Okay, again, we're just, like... Oh, don't tell me we have a SMT. I wasn't watching. Okay, we do have an SMT. Was there a 30-second here? No, there wasn't. I didn't miss anything. That's fine. If we just pump to the weekly objective, I would just be done for the day. Here, this is like a PM session type of day. I feel like we're just accumulating the AM. Right, you only taking trades between 8:30 and 11. I don't really have a cutoff. I just like see if like the day makes sense. Like in terms of like if my draw on liquidity's been taken, then I'll just like hop off. But if there's like potential for a setup, then I'll just wait. Like right now I'm waiting because I'm waiting for this 4 hour to get tapped. See, this is what I was saying. I want to engineer liquidity. And now we have engineer liquidity. Like decent. Nothing insane, but at least it's something. We have not tapped that 4 hour. We should see like an IO Fed reaction to this 4. If we run this buys, okay, that's fine. Okay, there's a sweep. 30-second long here. Let me think. I already missed the entry though, but I can go back, it's fine. I think there is an SMT. Like, would I expect price to retrace this entire move? Probably not. So, like in terms of discount, like discounts here, but like I don't know if I would expect that. You know what I mean? But is this 30-second good enough? That's what I'm trying to figure that out. We have an SMT at this low, which is good, but like it's not bad. Let me see how big this gap is. Wait, is it a 1 point gap? Yeah, never mind. I'm not taking that. I don't love it. It's kind of just not obvious enough to me. Good work though. Okay, so that mechanically would have been a break even, because you would have went break even when we re-hit this internal high. Yeah, would have been break even, so I didn't miss out on anything. I think we go lower first. Like I'd want to see lower. No setup here. Again, nothing I love. One minute long. Out of a macro. This isn't bad. I will say that. No, it's not a failed step. Well, we're not sweeping anything. I mean, we're just low, but I just like, I don't know. Like, this isn't bad. I'm just gonna go next day. Next day. I just don't like the volume, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't like how the candles are moving. I want to see more, like, momentum. Okay, see, now we're digging deeper in this gap, and that's what I like. Preferably we go hit, like, 50% of this range, which we already have. So I would just be looking for, like, a soup. Okay, we did already hit the weekly objective. We do have relatively equal lows here. I want to see those get swept in a long. Okay, 30-second long right here. If we get a really, really good candle, I might try this. Okay, I think I do like that. Swept out liquidity. Kind of like stacked highs here, stacked highs here. 30-second to the upside. I could wait for an SMR, but do I need to wait for an SMR? No, because the momentum off of a higher time frame soup is enough. Right, yeah, this is more than enough momentum. I'm gonna try this. There's an SMT too. If this fails, it fails. I'd be fine with this, I think. Break even would be this internal high. Technically, this is external versus internal, but you don't need to wait for the external because we took a high time frame liquidity. Break even trade. So that'll be a break even trade because now we retook this internal high and we would have went down. Yeah, so it would have been break even regardless. I'll probably just wait for open now. Okay, we get break even, then we just pump. Cool. But I don't. We're in a weird spot. Like, we're just so high on everything. Yeah, but break even, like, it gives me a sense of relief when I get if I can go break even. What the hell is this? Okay, that's a 925 candle. So there's open, no setup. This short works. This short should work, but again, against bias. This short should work to these lows. Okay, it doesn't. That's why I don't take it, because it's against bias, so that's fine. I wouldn't long this, though, because there's no delivery. I probably just want to resup with the lows. See, now we're entering LRR to the downside. Okay, and there's the run of that. And now I'd be looking for maybe a long. Did I miss a 30-second? Oh, I would have. Bruh. Okay, interesting. I stay missing these. Yeah, so this is where I want to look for long, because now we reswept the low. Right, so any long here. So there's this 30-second. I would take this. I mean, this is V-shape. This is enough momentum. And we have a bullish SMT on ES. So I definitely don't mind this. Stop would be at the low here, just because the low's close. And now that low should be protected. Break even, I'd go here. Because now we have this. I mean, I have a lot of conviction in this. Okay. As long as we hold this gap. Okay, there's the break even. Alright, there's take profit 1. So there's TP1. Yeah, no, that's fine. Even if we swept this re-internal high. But we have like, why would we not go up from here? Doesn't make any sense. We have SMT and this is good target. Oh, and we have like, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't gone break. I would not have gone break even on the resweep because unfilled 5 here. I mean, SMT, and we saw those relative equal highs above from here. I like this pool, and we left this. Yeah, I mean that's so juicy. I would definitely be a lot less strict on the break even here. So this would be my final target probably. I'd scale more at this high, I think. Okay, I'm gonna get break even here. That's fine. I'd be done for the day there. So that's one win. Dude, we're in a weird ass spot. Okay. What the hell happened here? We came all the way down, rebalanced this hourly. I would be looking for a sweep of this low and then an entry from here. As long as we don't take out here. These are like decent highs to target. Yeah, I think that's fine. And it's in an hourly. Yeah, I like that. Alright, cool. Hopefully we get a run down first. Okay, so we get that run down. If we get this 1 minute long with a lot of momentum. Wait, let me look where ES is real quick. ES is just kind of in Narnia. So we do have a bullish SMT at this low. I need to watch if we disrespect this 50-minute gap, because this 50-minute gap tells order flow right now because it sent us to a higher high. So if we break that, I'd probably would flip bias here. The 50-minute break. Did I just miss another long? 50-minute has not broken. What time is it? Let me see. 8:43. So oh no, yeah, 8:43. So it'd be closing actually in 2 minutes. So I don't know if I would take that. Bar close countdown. Where is that settings? Right click. Oh, like here. There we go. Close to get bar close. Where's the countdown? Am I stupid? Where is it? Okay, 15-minute close below, but the hourly's holding. I don't know if I would take in this 30. It kind of looks like I'm shorting the sell side of the curve. So I probably would have faded that. Can you go over order flow? Yeah, so this 50-minute gap sent us. So I like to use gaps that sent us to higher highs as order flow. Like you see how this gap sent us to a higher high, so we tapped into it, like we mitigated this, and then we broke this high. So now this gap holds order flow. So like as long as this gap held, then I'd be bullish. But now we broke it. But at the same time, when we broke it, we then took out more liquidity. So then we technically go neutral here because we swept out more liquidity. And now I would assess my bias on like the lower time frame. So this 5-minute long is definitely interesting. Oh, I see the bar close now. Okay. I don't mind this 5 minute, I think. There's the close. When's market open? 9 o'clock. Let's see the momentum. So we moved here to here. We moved 34 points. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Wait, that doesn't add up. Okay. I think it's because we were just less volatile. Yeah, less volatile conditions, so it doesn't make any sense. I don't know if I would take this. Would you guys take this? Yeah, I see what you're saying, Inferno. I think it's more just like now, like when volatility is good, then you can use that measurement. I think back then it was less. LRLR above. Yeah, we do have stacked highs. I'm just trying to think. I don't mind this. Do I mind it? I don't know. Select this. Held the hourly. Would you guys take this? I honestly don't know. I'm on the fence a little bit. You would? It's like, where do I even go break even? They're just not even a good break even spot, so I kind of don't like it. Let me play price. Put a 1 minute order block in there. I'll try it. I mean, it's a good setup. It is a good setup. Like, it's not a bad setup where it's like, I shouldn't take this. You target here. 5 minute inversion, hourly held. Break even would be, I guess, like here. Alright, let's try this. It's not a light bulb, but I do like these highs. I won't lie. This could fail. If it fails, it fails. Okay. There's break even. Now I need to see. Am I better than TGR Trades? No. TGR Trades has a Kona seg. So I need to see this price rip here. Okay. We're on this trend. You guys see how we're on this trend line? I'm going to scale here. We're on this trend line, so I actually am going to scale here. It is an early scale. But we could reject this trend line. If we don't have enough volume to break this, then we could reject this trend line. And then I'd probably be screwed. So let's just see. Okay, so we do break it there. So I'll scale another 25%, and I'll just leave the rest to run to like this high. Okay, there's market open, so I get break even. That's fine. Yeah, cool. No, we didn't. It's actually a 925 candle. Dude, I remember when the 925 candle would be like market open. Like this candle used to be crazy. So I'd be done for the day. I mean, that's all you need. Yeah. Good call, Robé. Cool. Next day. Let's see. I definitely didn't hate that setup because the hourly held, but I didn't like the original 30-second because the 30-second looked like I'm buying on the sell side of the curve because that 15-minute inverted. Alright, what's my bias? My bias is, I don't know. Bullish, obviously. But dream scenario, this is kind of, we're in a little bit of a shit spot. So I'm already seeing like some stacked engineered lows here. I mean, low-key long from here, but this is so far. Like, I don't really know where else to look. Maybe here. I feel like we go down first. Going down makes sense. We are entering buy side though. But I'm just gonna, this is like a wait till open type of scenario. So I'm just gonna wait for open and then I'll assess what I'm doing. We're entering some LRLR to the downside. So there's market open. So we do leave a 930 wick here. Maybe I look for a short. Maybe that's stupid though, because it's against bias. So we take out, we did sweep out that high, swept the buy tick. I think maybe either we pump here or we dump like really fast. Okay. So I don't like any of that. Preferably we go lower first. If we get no setup, we get no setup. That's completely fine. Sup, Sana? I mean, here's a long, FU long, literally in just like Narnia. So I would fade this. Would have been a break even. Another long here. Hopefully this loses. That loses. Yeah, I don't like any of this. Like, I need lower. Like, much lower. This is like a PM day. Okay, I'm just gonna go next day. I don't like any of that. Don't care. We're just way too high for anything practical. Alright. Let's see. Says bias. What is my draw? We are literally just pumping. Oh, is this all-time highs? Okay. Well, that solves my issue for bias. Because I'm just bullish 24/7. Yeah, look for longs until proven wrong. Preferably we come back down this 4 hour. This would be nice. Come back down to this 4 hour, soup that low. That's probably like an hourly low. Yeah, hourly low in the 4. This would be the dream spot. I don't know if we get it though. It's unmitigated price, so we should draw to it, but again, all-time highs, we just leave like sell side targets. So there's market open. And we just pump. No setup. No setup. So let me, okay, here's a good example. Can somebody tell me, I'm gonna mark out a couple gaps here. Mark out this gap. I'm gonna mark out, what else should I mark? This gap. And yeah, okay. Which gap here is significant in terms of order flow? We have gap 1 and we have gap 2. Obvious gap 1. Yeah, this is a stupid ass quiz. Low key. Yeah, 1. So this gap has held price multiple times as well as sent us to a higher high. Dude, I was trying to like make a educational example, but this is, okay, it's looking obvious. Yeah, so gap 1, you guys see how this has held price multiple times? So as long as we hold this, order flow in the lower time frame is bullish. If we break this, we switch bearish until like this low, and then we go back neutral. So yeah, so you can see how we maintain order flow. And we're just like not gonna get a setup because we're 55,000 points of premium, and we just leave all the sell side targets below. And this is where trading becomes super boring. Oh my god. Please dump. Oh, dude, if we just pump in September, I'm actually just not gonna be able to take it. Here's another long. This works. Like, I know this works. Okay, it doesn't. Thank the Lord. Actually, it wouldn't break even. Okay, cool. Dump, please. We need lower. We want lower. That's all we want. I'm going next day. I don't care. I cannot be bothered waiting for all that. What am I looking for? Ooh, this would be nice. Same kind of scenario would be like, do this. But technically, I should not marry that low. I'm gonna draw out 50% of this range, so we're already back in discount of the hourly range. I just don't see any gaps. Like, I guess this gap. Like, I don't see a gap to look for like a dream scenario. I will say this. Okay, here's a good example. I think. Somebody give me the price of where the important gap is. Wait, let me just check the hourly. Yeah, I'll do 15-minute. Give me the price of where the gap that tells order flow currently is. This is, if you guys understand what I mean. 16, 19, 50. Correct. 69,900. What the hell? Oh, here. Technically, okay. Technically, right now, like this is how I would be seeing this. We have this gap holding up order flow, right? Because this sent us to a higher high and is held price, right? We break this gap, but this gap has no significance, so I don't care about this. If we come down and then we like break this gap, I'm bearish probably until this low, and then I go neutral, and then I assess order flow again because this gap technically sent us to a higher high. But like once we break this gap, you go neutral to the next low, like the next obvious low. So this is a low inside of a gap. So that's where I would reassess order flow. Okay. Cool. Let's just wait for market open. Let me not. I can't marry sell side. Okay, we have engineered a lot of LRR to the downside. Again, the only time I short all-time highs is if we have LRR. And we have a juicy 930 wick. Oh my god. We're just pumping. Dude, I can't take it. I can't take it. 30-second is a no, there's not. There's not even a short. I'm not shorting. This sucks. Okay, there's news. Okay, maybe we get something now. Data high, data low. No, literally all that analysis to just price bump. We're in a 15-minute SIBI, and we left the data low. So if we get a bearish reaction, I don't mind a short, like something really textbook. Okay. Oh my god. This 2-minute short doesn't look bad. Wow, we hold that? Are you serious? Okay, we hold this gap and we just don't go down. There's no way. This is like textbook all-time high PA. Leaving everything. 930 wick, data low. Just like fuck everything. Why even go down? Why even rebalance? Now we're just at the highest point ever recorded. Beautiful. Oh my god, this is so bad. Okay, I might try this. Do I dare short? Alright, I'll short this. I'm gonna short this. This is a mitigation block. High, low, fail to make a higher high, lower low. So it's technically a mitigation block. I don't really use mitigation blocks though. It's just an ICT concept. Dude, I'm gonna half risk every short I take though. I will say that. Everything I take short up here is half risk because it is just completely lower probability. I do like we have a bearish SMT at the high though. This would be my final target. So break even would be this internal low. Let me just see if we have like an unbounced 5 below. We do have an unfilled 5-minute here. External to internal liquidity. Oh my god, we're tapping into a 15-minute though. Whatever, I don't care. I'm taking this. Okay, the chance this loses is pretty high. I think. I mean, it's a good setup. It's just all-time high. So if this instantly gets wrecked, that's why I'm half risk, right? So let's see. Okay, there's the break even. Now we just hope and pray that we hit 1R. Alrighty, break even trade, and of course we dump after that. Wow. Cool. Don't care. Next to hit all-time highs, bro. Absolute nightmare. But at least we didn't lose, you know. No losses yet. We left relatively equal lows here. This is decent. There's no way break even saved you more than ruined you. It has. Trust me. Trust me, it has. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I don't take a lot of losses, and I can already count the amount. I took a break even last week that Reliable took as the same trade, and he lost on it because he just didn't go break even, but I went break even. So, like, just that example alone just makes me want to go break even. The reason this strategy works so well is because the break even, bro. I'm telling you. Like, Okay, well, you guys don't have to go break even. I go break even because it gives me. It's also for my psychology. I like the break even. Like I don't care if it fucks me up, it fucks me up. But I don't over trade, over tilt, or take like other losses, and my win rate's so high because I go break even. You know what I mean? If you don't like break even, don't go break even. It's subjective. Yeah, exactly. Like I know I'm profitable with the break even method, so why would I change that? You know what I mean? Like I don't need the extra money if it's like one extra play. Yeah, the psychology part is really the factor. It's like, oh, it's like a sigh of like relief, you know what I mean? Oh, we hit my break even. Now we can just relax. I don't need to like be so attentive. What is my bias? I guess bullish. No, actually bearish. 4-hour inversion plus a 4-hour breaker block here. And I think, yeah, 4-hour breaker, CISD here. So everyone understand why this is a breaker block. You get a high, you get a low, you get a higher high, and then now we get a lower low. So we put in a breaker there, and then we invert the leg that caused the manipulation here. So this is your CISD. So I would be bearish to these relative equal lows that we left down here. This is a good draw on liquidity. Now we are all-time highs, so if we just pump, we pump. I don't really care because we are tapping a daily order block. But right now I'm bearish. But yeah. Is Oksana? No, Oksana left. Okay. So yeah, I'd just be looking for like a short after maybe these highs are swept. Now we did leave relative equal highs too. So if we come down, sweep this low and get along, I wouldn't mind okay. So this is actually perfect. This is actually like setting up as a textbook short. Left the data low, so we have an A plus draw on liquidity. Now we're tapping that SIBI. I just need a bearish reaction right now. If we just pump, I'm off. Like, oh my god. Okay, we have a short out the 50-minute SIBI. Cool. Unfilled 5-minute below here. 3-minute short, 2-minute short. 1 minute till close on the 2-minute. So I'm gonna wait for the 2. Alrighty. Should I have waited for the 2? I don't know. I guess not. Damn, it's invalid. Should I have waited for that? Yeah, probably. Yeah, whatever. It's invalid. I'm just gonna miss it. Maybe look for a confirmation setup. Oh, is there a 30-second right here? If we dump through this 30-second, I might try this. Like a really good candle. What the fuck is that, bro? Nah, I'm good off that. Never mind. Like, I think this works. Now there's a bullish SMT though, but I don't like that as an entry. Yeah, me too, but I trust vert data more than anything. Appreciate it. Okay. So like, damn, this is so bad. Like the condition, because like, if we just hold on. If we get, all right, I'm in this. Cool. There's my play. So SMT at this high up here. Yes, we held this bearish 1 minute, so we maintained order flow. We get a Judas swing up to take out buy side. The only issue is this lower time frame target is bad, but we did take buy side, so it becomes unprotected. I will take this full size. If it loses, it loses. I think I would take this every single day of the week. We missed the high. No, we didn't. What, this high? We don't need this high because we swept out this high inside of this fair value gap. You see this? So we this is delivery. If this loses, it loses. I think I'd be fine with this loss. There's break even, so I'm gonna go break even there. Now I just need to see this displace lower. Or we just get break even. Oh my god. Okay. For in my forward testing, bro, that looks so good too. Like, are we seriously just getting break even right there? That looks so good. You can't even lie. Put the order block in, death candle. Vert in my forward testing and back testing, this is exactly what happens. A whole lot of nothing. Either break even trades and valid trades or just no entry in price. Advice on dealing with that? All right, well, let's see. You can say I'm doing nothing, like in terms of like, I know you're not saying I'm doing nothing, but you're saying like it's not as like there's not that much action. But let's see. My P&L's at 1200, right? If this is 1 month and I have 20 accounts, that's over 20K, right? So less is more when your leverage is high. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Like I aim if I'm just aiming for 10K month, all I need to do is make 2R on the month. That's what I mean. Low, not that you're not doing. Yeah, you're supposed to be waiting. Don't take losses that are avoidable. Just take, dude. Okay, if you're aiming for like, okay, the more leverage you have, the less RR you have to aim for on the month. But just be consistent, right? So like, if I aim for like 2R a week, maybe 1.5 to 2R a week with 20 accounts, like that's very doable. All I'm waiting for is 1 to 2 setups a week, right? The entire time I'm doing nothing. I just wait for 1 to 2 good setups and make sure those probably win. You know what I mean? Because like I wait for like really, really clean setups. But if it's like a whole lot of break evens, a whole lot of nothing, it's fine. As long as your P&L is like going up, you know what I mean? Like you shouldn't be having like static months where you're just like constantly break even. Yeah. No, it's well, if this is a low RR high win rate model, the way you make this model super good is just get more leverage. When I get comfortable enough to copy trade after I got consistent payouts on a single funded. So I got a couple payouts on a single funded, and then I was like ready. But here's the thing. Then I went into copy trading, and like I was ready in terms of psychology, but I didn't realize the risk. I didn't know what risk to use, so I used the same amount of risk I used on my single funded, which was like 500 a trade, and then that put me in drawdown. But then like I had to build that back up. But this is before I understood order flow. The biggest thing that changed my trading, where I went on like 7-8 win streaks, was determining significant gaps in order flow, like not taking those stupid V-shaped losses that a lot of you guys, well not you guys, but like Dodgy's like community still takes. How many payouts did I get? I got 3, and then I went to copy trading. And now like bro, if I just wasn't an idiot and didn't risk 500, I basically was risking 10K a trade when I first got my 20 accounts. If I didn't like if I didn't mess that up, I would already be at 5 figures like payout month. But the issue was I put myself in such a deep hole. I had to take I had to dig out through June and July, and now I'm back in profit in August. But June and July I had to like dig back up that drawdown. Risking 250, but it's fine. Yeah, exactly. You live and you learn. I'm not perfect. Okay, that's why I don't have a paid anything right now because I'm not qualified yet to like, you know what I'm saying, give like paid mentorship. In the future though, once I get a couple 5-figure payouts, I'll 100% be doing things like that. Have you gotten a payout from all 20 accounts? No, not yet. That's what I'm working on right now. But it's taken much longer than I wanted it to, because I was like a kind of an idiot when I first got them. There's just 30 seconds short. Okay. SMT at the high, or SMT at this high. I'm gonna take this. We still have that data low, right? Yeah, we still have that data low below. So I definitely don't mind this setup. The only issue with this setup, I am going for a high resistant low, but because we have that data low below, I still have conviction in that we go lower, so I'm completely fine if this loses. By the way, Vert, mind sharing all of your August 2025 trades. That's a lot of data. You know, your shot, like how quick you are. Appreciate that. like count. I took 4 losses in August, and every single loss that I took was avoidable. 2 was from OPEX, so all I needed to do was not trade OPEX. The 2 trades I took in OPEX, Reliable and Dodgy both took. Reliable took a loss on 1. Dodgy just somehow didn't lose on 1. He just didn't stop out. You know how Dodgy is, but that's fine. So that was avoidable. I took a loss where I should have waited for a smart money reversal, and I didn't. So I took the insignificant gap, and this was like August 1st, I think. So that loss was avoidable. And then my 4th loss was I got wicked out off a SMR play when my stop loss should have been at the high. But again, I didn't know that yet because I had my stop loss for the inversion of the IFHE, but now I've learned when you have a smart money reversal on lower time frames, you actually should put your stop loss at the swing high, because what invalidates the SMR is it closed above the leg of the CISD. So I'll just show that right now. So like if we had this, like this, right? So this is your inversion, and then this is your CISD here. You get what I'm saying? So this black line here is your CISD, and then this is your breaker, right? Does this all make sense? So breaker, you have your CISD because you have a high, low, higher, high, lower, low. So I entered off the inversion plus the CISD plus the breaker, and my stop loss was here. But Reliable, like what I'm basically doing is I learn a bunch of shit from Reliable because Reliable really knows how to teach well, and then I just like apply that back into AM, and then I just get better. So yeah, I recommend joining Reliable's PM stream if you haven't. But yeah, but I'm basically just regurgitating all of what he says for free. But basically, like, I took this setup and then I had a stop loss like here. So I got wicked out. But what invalidates the stop loss, basically this leg right here, this move down, that's what causes CISD, right? So what I should have done is had my stop loss here, because what causes the smart money reversal to fail is price then closing back above this entire leg, not just like the inversion. So that setup, what happened, it wicked me out, and then we went back down and hit all my TPs. And then I went on Instagram that day. I was like, damn, I wonder if anybody else took that. One of the top traders, his name is like PG Trades. He's a 9+ year funded trader. He took that exact same setup. And what was the difference between mine and his trade? His stop loss was at the high. That's literally it. So I could have easily had 100% win rate in August, but you know, I'm not perfect. We all make like small mistakes, but I'm still ending green. I'm up like 10K on the month, so that's fine. But yeah, you just take what you learn, and every loss that I've taken so far, I've learned something that will now cause me to never take a loss like that again. You know what I mean? Don't trade OPEX, stop at the high, wait for SMR. Cool. So I go into September like better, and then you just, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's get back to back testing. Yeah. I do stop at swing high, swing low if it's a smart money reversal lower time frame. Honestly, I'd be surprised if this setup fails. Death candle down, stat a little below. If it fails, it fails. Don't care. Okay, break even there. Probably gonna be break even trade. Yeah, break even trade. Break even saves me. So there's another example where break even saves me. Right, price closed above the inversion. Cool. So yeah. I don't really know what I want. I guess, am I just missing shorts like an idiot? Would I have taken that? No. Okay, there's the data low. So there's my draw on liquidity. How to make order flow strong? I don't really understand your question. I'm saying there's so many losses that are avoidable. Like every loss I took this August was avoidable. Every single loss. Like there was not one loss where I was like, damn, I don't know how the hell that failed. Besides the trades I took on OPEX, but the OPEX trades lose because of conditions. That's the reason. Just don't trade OPEX. Like that's the complete like fix to that. Wonder if if backtesting will reflect my forward testing from now on. It should. Like, apply what I teach in your backtesting, learn, and then when you take losses in your forward testing, there should, most of the time, or for, at least for me, there's always been a reason why my setup lost. So try to take trades where there's not a reason why a setup should lose. Does that make sense? Like, don't take a trade if we're in premium and there's no good draw on liquidity above, but you take that setup anyways, and then it loses because there's a reason why it would lose. You know what I mean? So Vert, what you're saying is know when not to trade? Yeah, knowing when to save capital is how you become profitable. Because the easy bread and butter Judas swing down and open, targeting data high setups, they happen every month. You know what I mean? So knowing when not to trade and just not taking avoidable losses will make you profitable. Does that make sense? All right. Like you said, learning order flow changer trading, I want to know how to read it or learn it. Yeah, so price makes significant gaps to the market. So like that's how I used to determine order flow. So like when I need to stop saying so much, but basically on Friday, this is how I determined my bias. So I came in the morning, I was like, okay, cool, we're bullish, right? Then we got a data high, and I was like, we're bullish, I want longs. So which gap here is telling me order flow, right? In terms of bullish order flow. For bearish order flow, technically this, but right now we are bearish. Like this is bearish order flow because we're respecting bearish PD raise, and there's no gap to the left that I think we held. Or like, yeah, you see how there's nothing here that's really telling bullish order flow. So right now I'm bearish. So I was bearish until this low. So do you see this low, how this low is inside of this fair value gap? So this is a low inside of a fair value gap, correct? So because this fair value gap sent price to a higher high, so significant gaps are gaps that send price to higher highs or lower lows, or gaps that have held price multiple times. So like if we have a gap here and price has kept coming back in that gap but hasn't broken it, this is a significant gap, right? So this gap's significant right here. So what my dream scenario was, I wanted to come down, sweep out the low in the gap, but then respect the order flow of this gap by not breaking it. Now, let's say this gap breaks. So we get this candle, but let's say like we just came down and we got a candle like this, right? So we closed below this gap, but we have not hit this low we have not hit the low yet. My order flow would change bearish until we hit this low. And then I would turn back neutral because now we hit a point in price where price goes neutral, and now we could change back to bullish. Does that make sense? Because like, okay, you're bearish here because we closed below this gap, but now we hit this low inside of this fair value gap. Now we can assess the order flow, maybe go in like a lower time frame, go in like a 1 minute, and if we get an inversion out of here, that still technically respects order flow bullishly, right? But the reaction I saw on Friday when we got this candle, we just disrespected two gaps holding order flow bullishly in one candle. So this is a death candle. So I'm like, okay, I'm bearish to at least like this low, and then I go neutral, and then I'll see the reaction. But because these are stacked lows, right? These are all stacked lows. This is already telling me we're probably going to go run all this. And then my next spot I'd look for long would be here. Because again, low inside of fair value gap. So like coming on a Monday, the gap that's holding order flow, because now that we're here, we're all the way down here, right? So the gap that's holding order flow bullishly in terms of this would be this gap, right? This gap has held price multiple times. So if we come down on Monday, even though Monday's a bank holiday, I won't be trading, but let's just say like if we come down and we're here and we close below this on the hourly and the 4 hour, then I'm going to be switching my bias completely bearish. At least till this low, because what is this? This is a low inside of a fair value gap that's supported price. So the next spot I'd be looking for longs, if we break this hourly / 4 hour, would be this low inside of this fair value gap. Does that make sense? I know I just like spat a bunch of words. All right, cool. It's already 2:30. Goddamn. Okay, we'll do like one more setup. That all makes sense. All right. If you need to rewatch, this is all recorded. It'll be posted on YouTube. All right, what am I doing? What am I doing? There's a data low, and we swept the data low. Yeah, okay, so wait, I actually wouldn't mind a long here, I don't think. If we got a textbook long here, I don't think I'd mind that. Wow, interesting. Actually, would I mind this? No good break-even point. Low-key, I was coming in bearish today. But I can't marry sell side if order flow is still maintaining bullish. Is this a bullish? Okay. See, this gap is significant. So I think I'm bullish unless this breaks, because this gap sent us to a higher high. So because this gap sent us to a higher high, we IO-fed it actually right here. So if we get a long out of here, I don't think this is bad. Like a 3 minute. I mean, this is a setup. Do I want to take this, though? I don't know why I'm just getting a gut feeling not to take this. But maybe I'm tripping. I think I am tripping. IO-fed? IO-fed means it's institutional order flow entry drill. So you see how this wick comes down, barely taps into this fair value gap? Like really, really shortly. Like basically like a tick into it, you know what I mean? So what this means, and then if we like do that and we get like a reaction right out of that and we go back up, that's called an IO-fed reaction. This means this is basically just saying that this gap or the order flow right now is super bullish. Like this is a very, very bullish reaction. So that's called an IO-fed reaction. Yeah. I probably should take this long. Who would take this? 4 minute inversion there. 3 minute to this high. Yeah, I'll take it. If this fails, it fails. Whatever. If this fails, it fails. Swept the data low. Bullish SMT. Still holding the gap. This held order flow. I don't know why. No, I'll take it. I don't really care. Like, if it loses, it loses. It is the model. It's exactly... Like, I'd be fine taking this. Swept the liquidity. We do have relatively equal lows down here. But, like, if the order flow is still maintaining bullish and we get a reaction out of this, then this should be fine to take. If it loses, it loses. Break even there. Cool. Targets. 1R. Let's go. Come on. Pump it. Did we just hit a trend line? Would I have scale there? Let's see. No trend line, so I would not have scale there. Break even trade. Bruh. Okay, cool. That's fine. I think this break even does save us, considering that bearish reaction. So, okay, here's another example. Why go break even? So if I wasn't break even, this would have lost, right? I mean, pretty simple to see. This 1 minute did... Actually, this did hold, so maybe it technically did not lose. Okay, wow. Do you guys see this gap? Another example of order flow. This gap's very significant. Holding price multiple times. All right. So you can see, technically this would never have failed if I didn't go break even, technically. But I just would not, like, who wants to sit in this chop? No one wants to sit in this. You also have to, like, understand your mental capital. Right, you want to save mental capital. You don't want to be, like, draining yourself in shit trades. Man, are we just bullish again? I guess so. I wouldn't mind a short from here, but we are at all-time highs. So I'm bullish to this high, and then I go neutral. I'm looking for one more win, preferably. That'd be okay. That's news. But okay, see, this is news, but like this, you see how this high is super protected now? It's kind of a bad target, I'm not gonna lie, because this news wick just swept out this high and this high inside of this fair value gap, making this a super high resistant high. So now we have to go take opposing sell side. So now we took sell side. Oh my god, we have an OSFL. Do I take this? Bro, this is so high. I mean, technically, yes. All right, discount. We discount here. We did hit discount there too. I mean, I feel like I have to take this, right? I'll take it. If it loses, it loses. I'm gonna wait for this 30-second to close above. This 30-second hasn't closed. I'm gonna wait for that. What the are you serious, bro? What is that? Damn. Oh, there's a 2 minute. Oh, I would never have taken the 1 minute. Okay, I would have just missed this. Never mind, bro. There's a 2 minute. I mean, you can take the 1 here, but like, nah. We're also this high up. I mean, I guess you can take the 1. Whatever. That's a crazy candle. I would never expect that. You knew it, but you never said anything, Inferno. So why didn't you tell me? If you're so smart and you know everything. No, I'm joking. Here's a short. I'm not taking that. I'm not taking shorts here. Again, all-time highs. You know how it is. Let's wait for market open now. The only time I short if we engineer sell side below. We have a 930 wick. Oh my god, this short works. Oh, this short works. I know this short works. Do I take this? 930 wick to target. Oh, what's up, Gio? Why am I moaning? Alright, dude. I'm not moaning. Okay. We're at all-time highs. Do we have LRR below? Technically, no. But like 930 wick right here. The gap that's holding order flow is this. I'm not taking this. Because this is external versus internal, and I only short at all-time highs if we have low resistance liquidity. So I'm going to fade this. So it would have been a break-even trade. So you guys see how this, technically this gap's holding order flow too. This is held multiple times. Yep. Here's a long, but bro, what is this? This is the PA that pisses me off, bro. Genuinely. Is there no correlation between if NQ has an IFG and ES doesn't? December last week. Oh, it is December last week. Wait, you're so right. Why am I even trading? I would actually. Well, I'm addicted, so I would be trading this. I just wouldn't be trading 24th, 25th, and then the other thing. Is there no correlation between if NQ has an IFEG and ES doesn't? Correct? Like, okay. I know Dodge. I've already asked Dodge this question like a year ago. He doesn't care about what ES does, like in terms of inversions, and I agree. Like, I've never used ES to like correlate my inversions. I haven't backtested that. It might do something, but not to the extent that I would care. Okay, I mean, do I just call it there? Like, this sucks, bro. Did we get anything? Did we genuinely get anything? No, like, what is this? This is what we did. Just like chop, man. Yeah, you look at ES chart for SMTs and correlation and price. You don't look at ES for correlation and inversions. Like, if ES is at high of day and NQ is at low of day, then that's uncorrelated price, and I wouldn't be trading. Does that make sense? I'm bullish until the hourly breaks. This is the last day. If I don't get a setup, we'll just go to psychology. Oh my god. News again. And data high already taken. We did leave a VI below, which is like a draw. We have this VI. It's a pretty big one. This shit pissed me off though. Oh my god, I can't take it. All-time highs is genuinely the worst PA. Like, even if the volume's good, it's just like you don't get dream scenarios like ever. We just IO fed at this 15 minute, and this 1 minute long just works. Cool. Okay, break even on that. Okay, never mind. It is actually Christmas, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I think I'd just be... Nah, let's just finish out the year real quick. Bullish. 26. Is the 26th a non-tradable day? I don't know. If we have fair value gaps in multiple time frames, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, it depends on conviction. But usually I wait for like this is what PB trading also says. You wait for the highest time frame inversion in that leg. So like if there's a 2, but there's a 3, you wait for the 3. But Dodgy doesn't teach that. But at the same time, I just backtested. I backtest like usually taking the highest time frame inversion, unless it looks like the other time frame is gonna close anyways, and like my conviction in the draw and liquidity is really strong. Then I wouldn't wait. If that makes sense. Like if a 2 closes, but there's still a 3, but there's like a minute left, but we have like LRLR below, and it's super textbook. Dodgy does not teach that. Well, Dodgy teaches that for beginners, but then he also goes and say that's for beginners, and I trade liquidity. You know what I mean? That's why he takes like small ass gaps. So, which to me is a little bit hypocritical, because why would you not teach us what you're doing if that's what makes you money? You know, I don't know. I sometimes take 15 minutes. Like this week I took a 15-minute, but usually I don't take 15 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes is usually the max. Bro, I cannot be ass right now. What is this? Pump off open. We actually had a no, we did not have a 30-second. There's a gap here. No, there's not. We actually did have a 30-second off open. Should I have taken that? I don't even know. Where are we? I'm not even like focused right now. I mean, I guess, bro. I guess. Just shoot a swing off open long. But it's fine. I made more than enough this month already. That's ass. This is all just horrible. Maybe this, but this target now sucks. Okay, here's a short. I went down on short though. Wow, just next day, I mean. Swept out all these highs. Alright, we're just gonna fuck off. Like, this sucks. Oh my god. I'm not even like, I would just probably just be done trading or going like eval only. Like my dream scenario would be coming down here. Like, that's my scenario. Come down there long. Are you fully switching from trading at this point? No, not yet. I will be soon though. Hopefully. No, I get paid to go to college. And I live like 20 minutes away from my college, so I still live with my parents, so I don't need to pay for any major expenses, so that helps. But I get paid like $6,000 a semester to go. UCF. Oh, I don't. I just passed my classes, but I want to drop out. Like, okay, I was like a smart kid in high school, but that I was supposed to become I was supposed to become a doctor, but I don't want to go to school for 12 years because I don't love school, but I'm smart. Like, I'm not smart, but I'm disciplined in the fact that like I can study. But then I found trading, and I was like, bro, school is so stupid. If you don't genuinely want to become something, and you're just doing it to like go through the motions, that's literally just a waste of time. No, literally. Like, I don't care about becoming a doctor. I'm sorry. Not my journey. So either you make this work or you die. So better make it work. You know what I mean? How is it 1 p.m.? I don't even know how I'm trading till 1 p.m. right here. Next day. This is so bad. Okay. We're done. We're done. Let's get into psychology. So I'll go over the analytics. I'm just not trading this. I'd be waiting for like the next year at that point. No, literally. I mean I literally just like fucking cheat on my online courses. 70. Wait, how do I have a 69% win rate? Oh, never mind. Okay, so FX replay is really stupid. Oh wait, never mind. Maybe I'm stupid. Sometimes FX replay break evens don't count as break evens because it's like negative $1. But this still isn't even bad. Like 70% win rate basically in December. Perfectly fine. I mean that's still profitable with 1R. Shit, if I knew I could get paid to go to college, I would have went. Well, Gio, you get paid if you get a scholarship. If you're not like an idiot. But like, yeah, I don't get paid just to get paid. I got paid because I locked in high school. Like I really locked in for like my SAT and stuff. And then all of that just went to waste. But at least I get paid. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, let's look at I'm just gonna look at Salman's YouTube channel. If you look at my screen share, you can see I genuinely watched every single video this guy's posted. Like I don't bullshit. I don't think I missed a video this guy's posted. I'm trying to figure out a topic. This is Salman. This is the guy that really helped my psychology. So whatever psychology things I preach, I get from this guy. I'll put this link in the thing. I would watch, like I literally daily watch this guy. Like I would just have the video pulled up, play like a game, and I would just binge watch all of this and just like listen for hours. He doesn't teach a strategy though, but you don't need a strategy. He trades ICT, but he just like different ICT trader. In terms of psychology, let's talk about I like this one. This is a good video. Bro, this is not me. This is me. Guys, my face is on my channel. Like, this is me. Like, I guess do I look like him? I mean, we're both like similar skin color. Yeah, I guess. I mean, his hair's like higher up. Okay, anyways, I'm getting off topic. Let's talk about, yeah, I make shorts about him because he doesn't make shorts for himself. So I'm like, and he has such good like content. I'm like, I might as well use it. I'll just credit him. I just think that a big issue is people's expectations from trading. If you see influencers not showing losses or very few, making 20R a month, but you only doing 3R a month, you feel like you're doing something wrong. Yeah, so chasing the outcome. Well, that as well as like comparing yourself to others. A lot of influencers don't show a lot of things. What I like about Reliable is that he's very transparent and he shows every loss he takes, so that's nice. But Dodgy, I can't speak. I don't know if Dodgy's like gatekeeping losses or not. I don't really care. All I care is whatever works for me and whatever gets me paid. You know what I mean? So, but I was gonna talk about your word. Yeah. So your word doesn't mean anything in trading. So for example, if you tell yourself, I'm gonna follow my rules, and then you don't follow your rules, you basically have zero, like you have no control of your mind. Like you have no control over yourself. Like if you tell yourself something and then you do the opposite, right? Like I always like thought about this. Like, are you even like you at that point? Like, you don't make decisions for yourself. Um, Man, it's just like every psychology lecture just comes back down to like the outcome, chasing the outcome, right? You keep chasing like you want to prove to other people you're profitable, you want to prove to yourself that you're profitable, and you want to make money. So rushing, taking bad trades, FOMO, greed, all of that derives from the same problem every single time, and that problem is just wanting the outcome, right? But you can't, I mean, I've already repeated this multiple times, but like you can't think about the end result in trading. Otherwise, you just like, it's just subconscious. Like if you have in the back of your mind that you want to do something by this time, but it's like an unrealistic goal because you haven't completed that goal before. You know what I mean? Like if I'm like, okay, I want to pay out by here, but I've never gotten a payout. How do you know you're gonna get a payout by then? You know what I mean? So when that time comes around and you're not at that goal, you're just gonna be rushing shit, taking trades that you shouldn't be taking, right? You have to just go through the process. Research anteriors. Bro, what are you saying? We'll see. That's not even a word, bro. What is that? Let's see what this is. A brain region involved in integrating emotion and cognition and playing a key role such as attention, motivation, pain perception. Interesting. Okay. So can I just like take a drug that like slows us down or something? Area of the brain that increases in base of level of your discipline. It shrinks and grows on a daily basis based on your discipline. Let me get a brain scan. My brain's probably like huge, or like this part's probably just massive. You know what I mean? No, I'm joking. It's expectations. And I always preach external discipline outside of trading. You don't really see fat traders, and I'm saying this just like at least for if you're young. You don't really see traders who like are just obese and fucking like losers in their like daily life. You know what I mean? Bro, because you have to have external discipline. I know Amy said like she doesn't care about this. I remember in some like lecture the lecture you guys had, but I disagree with her. And that's fine. But yeah, I think genuinely when you have external discipline and you have good habits, there's no way that negatively affects you on the charts. Even if it doesn't fully correlate to you like getting better in trading, it's better to have good habits outside of the charts than rather to not have any good habits, if that makes sense. If that makes something. Like if you're doing drugs on your free time and you just play video games all day and you eat like shit, you don't care about what you're putting in your body, and then you just get on the charts, right? Because you wake up at 5 minutes before market open, you get on the charts and you go take a trade. You know what I mean? Like all subconsciously, every habit you do, like how you do one thing is how you do everything. That's how it is, bro. Bro's calling me out. Sada, lock in, bro. Going to the gym, just like basic things, man. Like a daily walk before you trade, or like I do a daily prayer, I do multiple daily prayers, but like in the morning I always get my prayer in, right? Like that's just like it's like a subconscious thing that flips my flips me like locked in. You know what I mean? But yeah. Dude, doctors fail at trading all the time. A doctor would have to be disciplined to be a doctor. What do you mean? A doctor would have to be disciplined to be a doctor. What if you do something unhealthy, but it's a way to deal with stress in trading? No. No. Don't cope. Stop coping. Like if you want to be the best, right, you have to put yourself in the environment to do the best. If you cope with stress in trading like smoking weed, smoking weed to me is like, I mean, I've never done it, but I don't If it calms you down, it calms you down. Just be locked in, man. That's not that difficult. Have daily habits that are constant, and like it's just like subconsciously brings you back into the state of discipline on the charts. Because when you're on the charts, and you lose, right? But you still have to go hit that leg day. Subconsciously, it's like you're just, I don't know, you're really strong-minded if you can like lose on the charts, then go do the rest of the discipline outside of the charts, and then come back the next day and do the same thing over again. Like in order to become a doctor, he would have to study hard, sacrifice. But doctors, lawyers, engineers fail at trading at the time, probably because they don't have as much time. Like when you're a doctor, I don't know, man. Like I doubt they put as much time. Like when it's harder to get into trading when you're like a lot older, I feel like. But I mean, I can't speak on that. Because when you're young, you just like you naturally have that drive. Smoking cigs, yeah, don't do that, man. I mean, that's just bad for you in general. But like, so basically, wait for high/low inside for value gap to be swept and take a trade. And if we don't get that, avoid that day. Not necessarily. You can take continuation trades. Like there's multiple. Like as an IFEG trader, you take reversals, which come off sweeps of lows, or you take price legs. Like if we get a fair value gap here, you take continuation plays, right? Because you're just taking a retracing the fair value gap and you get an inversion here. This is a continuation, and then this would be like you come down, sweep this low. This is a reversal. But the best reversals are lows inside of fair value gaps. Of course, there's discipline involved, but I think it's expectations you have on what trading is. Just like if you start trading, expect to be. Exactly. I had zero expectation going into this. I thought I would give up, to be honest. Like, I mean, I thought I would never have gotten how far, like, I've gotten now. Man, I'm so bad at wording shit. Oh, my God. I need to get better at this. But, yeah, like, you know what I mean? You just go through the motion, get through it, and just all you have to focus on is to keep improving every day. Yeah, I know. It's called marketing, Aries. Dodgy doesn't show certain things to market. That's the whole point. Like, it doesn't matter what they do. You get the strategy, you backtest it. If it's profitable in backtesting, and then you trade live and you're profitable, it doesn't matter, bro. There's literally like traders who have negative RR, like super negative RR. There's a guy on Instagram who literally takes like 0.1 R trades. Like his stop loss is like negative 500, but his wins are like plus 50, and he's profitable. Like who cares? It's just what works for you. You just have to learn how to like stop comparing yourself to like these influencers. Yo, what's up, Mark? Okay. Does anybody have any other questions, psychology focused or even technical focused? Or I'm gonna end it here. How to stay patient? Okay. How to stay patient. Find something. So like if I get on the charts and I see an obvious low and a gap, right? If I'm like here and order flow is bearish and I'm like, okay, I know for a fact, we have no news or anything, but I know for a fact the best spot for long is probably going to be like from this low or this low. What will I do? I'm just going to come here. I'm going to set an alert. I'll set an alert at this low, set an alert at this low. And then I'll just like chill in my chair, play a game, and just wait. Right? Wait for the most light bulb textbook setup that catches your attention, that makes you drop everything that you're doing. Like, those are the setups that are going to make you profitable. Don't take no, like, mid-ass piss shit setup. Like, if you're not fully confident in the setup, do not touch it. Fish don't hunt, exactly. I keep seeing you say, no, I'm not taking this, and I have a hard time doing that. Okay, ask yourself this. What's the worst case scenario if you miss a setup? Like, literally ask yourself, do you die? Does your house blow up? Like, it's one extra day that you don't take a trade. Exactly. You take a different one. Like it doesn't like okay, whatever, man. Manage your risk. If you backtested the strategy and you in your backtesting you avoid losses because you don't take certain setups, then you're gonna be profitable if you just apply that on the live charts, right? Um, this AM week was really bad, like in terms of opportunity. Like I don't blame you. I took one setup this week, Aries. Like in the AM, I took one setup, and it was a win. I took two other setups. They're both break even, and that's it. Like okay, whatever. Like I know August is low probability, and September is right around the corner. I'm not gonna go for something that's mid. Like this setup I took, I knew had a really good chance of working. What equal highs? So those are high probability. Equal highs and equal lows that are at swing points. Okay, at swing points. So if we have like perfect equal lows as swing points on multiple time, it can be on one time frame, but preferably multiple time frames. These are obvious, as well as equal lows slash equal highs that line up in a fair value gap. So what I mean by that is like if we got equal lows, so let's see. Okay, here. You see how we have a low, or actually, yeah, here. You see how this is a wick in this gap, right? This is your gap. If price came down and made an equal low with that wick, these are significant. These are significant. Because this is where orders will rest. Orders will rest in here, as well as lows that are just like the normal swing lows, equal lows. Like those equal lows on Friday, those are really, really good target. Where is it? Let's see. These. We had these equal lows. You see these? Like these are really significant. And they're at swing lows. Yeah, this is a swing low. This is a swing low. Right? Those are really significant. See, now my expectations are different. If that's what I should expect, then that's what I should expect. Yeah, I mean, August is a brutal month, so it's just lower opportunity in general, right? The year, like, if once you go through a full year of, like, a cycle, like, you see which months are higher probability and which ones are not. Just wait, man. If I'm looking for, I look for 2 wins a week. That's what I look for, to hit my, like, 2-ish R a target a week. I'm looking for like 1.75 to 2 R a week, right? And I trade AM and PM. That's a lot of opportunity and a little amount of RR to hit. So all I care about is being super patient and just waiting for my setup. Because of my leverage though, like you know what I mean? I have $1 million in funding, so like 2R is 10K. Yeah, it is a lot of waiting. I don't take a lot of setups. I wait. I'm really patient. Because I know myself. Okay, I learned patience by not being patient, if that makes sense. Not being patient showed me how many more losses I took. Like I've tilted, I've done all that because I'm not patient, because I wasn't patient, and what fix that is just waiting for the best of the best. Now I'm not saying wait for like the picture perfect setup that like will never appear, but wait for a setup that it gives you that feeling, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh wow, I should take this. Like there's nothing wrong with this setup and I should take it. It fits my criteria, I should take it. You know what I mean? And like usually I get like 2 to 3 setups a week on normal months that affect my P&L, like wins or losses. And then maybe like an extra break even or two. Okay, anyways, I'm going to wrap up there. That's been like an hour and a half. So yeah. Of course, yeah. I'm the man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Reese. But yeah, I'll post this and then we'll do next classes will be next week. Make sure to do your week next weekend. Make sure to post your weekly goals. Post your executions, send your losses and your executions, and if you need me to review them, you can at me. Yes, this is recorded. Yeah. Yeah, of course. All right. Have a good rest of your weekend. See y'all. All right, man.